Okay, hopefully everybody can hear me. I'm going to be using Fusion 360 to try and make a sword that I was commissioned to do. So first thing, we're going to go into Canvas, and we're going to grab an image of the sword, wherever I ended up putting it. Yeah, lots of stuff in there. There we go. Okay. So we're going to put that in there, and we're going to put it on the bottom field. Okay. This sword looks like a hand and a half, so we want to calibrate our canvas to be the right size so that when we make it, it's to the right scale. So let's see, probably about a 30-inch blade plus that, so maybe about 42 to 45 overall. And because I'm a dummy and don't know how to convert inches to millimeters, we're going to do that. Hey Jefferson, thanks for joining in. Okay, so we're going to go to our little browser here, our Canvas, and we're going to calibrate. We want our total length to be about 1,050 millimeters. Oh, that's huge. Okay, there we go. Alright, so what do we start with? I think we'll start with the blade, because that looks slightly less intimidating. Looks like it's just got a pretty consistent bevel on the whole thing, and then it's got this little blood groove down the middle. That should be fun. Alright, so we're going to divide this into two parts. So we're going to create like a quarter of the blade, and then we're going to copy that over to make half of it, and then we'll just copy that again, so it's nice and symmetrical. So to start out, I'm actually going to move this canvas a little bit. We're going to get this closer to our origin point. And hey Jericho, hey Victor, thanks for joining. We're just now getting into this. Okay, so it's got kind of an interesting shape to it. So we are going to we're going to do some surface modeling. So we're going to create a profile, and then we're going to create two different profiles, and then we're going to tell the program to create a surface between those two, and that should create a nice beveled blade. This little curved part might give us some interesting issues, but otherwise it looks pretty good. So we're going to start with a sketch, and I'm going to say it starts about, let's lock onto that. Let's go down to like here. There we go. Okay. Yep, I like that line. Good, good. Okay. Well, you know, Ben, symmetrical swords just look better. We'll say they look better. Alright, so I think because this curved part is going to be interesting, I think, you know what, with that light part there, it's hard to see the outline, so actually I'm going to go the other way. we're actually gonna make the bottom. And I am by no means an expert at this program. We're just gonna kind of explore and see what we can do with this. That looks pretty good. Move this guy down a little bit. So I just created a spline that allows me to create curves and more complex patterns that way. And man, that does look. It looks like it kind of bevels inward on that. We might be able to just create the sword flat and then just cut that out. So maybe we'll try that. So we're just going to grab another spline and we're going to ignore the fact that that's there for now. We'll come back to it. It's not quite centered, is it? Oh, yeah. This canvas isn't rotated properly. We're not even sitting symmetrical. There's a happy little spline. Yeah, thanks Ben. Thanks for that. Yeah, so actually we need to go back into our canvas and we need to rotate this guy a little bit because we're not sitting on the origin like we should be. So let's see where we're at. Okay. Closer, but not quite. So let's see. Let's go with 0.5 degrees. Oops. Minus 0.5 degrees. There we go. Oh yeah, that's much more symmetrical. Now we've got it right along the origin line there. Much better. All right. Now the good thing is all I have to do is zoom in and I can just move these points and make them closer to what they need to be. Rotate the hell out of it. Thanks, Larry. Yeah, I'm working on it. The card box is it's getting lasered actually. Had to get through some issues with the laser. The light bulb went out. It's really hard to align things whenever you don't have light inside the bed of the laser. So yeah, we should see your box pretty soon, Victor. I'm gonna zoom a little bit closer. We're gonna give it that little round tip that it shows in the picture, just a little bit. I'm pulling a little bit tighter. Make it nice and parallel. Yeah, some of this stuff I might move kind of fast on. Looks like we need to insert another spline point. I missed something there. I'll put one right there. And then just bump that up a little bit. And this guy is not cooperating very well. So we're gonna... There we go. Let's look at what that looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty right on. Okay, so now we need to create a second profile, but we're going to create this at the height that we want for the thickness of the sword. And because it goes all the way to the tip, the sword is going to start thicker down here, and then it's going to gradually come down to the point here, and we're going to leave maybe about a millimeter of thickness, so that when we 3D print it, it still has thickness at the end. My previous sword, I went too thin at the end, and the printer couldn't even print it at the full length. It lost about an inch of length on that sword just because the model was so thin that the 3D printer couldn't even translate it. So we are going to flip this. Now we can't see that anymore. But we do know where all our points are, so that helps. And we're going to come in here and we're going to do another sketch. Let's stop this one. And we're going to do a new sketch on this profile. And we want to make sure, yep, it says 3D sketch. So let's see, we want to go with 25. I'm zooming in so I can see how many millimeters we're dealing with here. So we don't want something too thick. But let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doubled would be 10 millimeters, which is pretty good. That's almost a ½ inch. You know what? No, we need to go thicker than that. Let's go with. Let's start at 19 millimeters. I think we'll get a better way. Tight like tiger. Not sure what that means, but okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go about there, and then we're gonna pan over. Where are the control points go? There they are. That should be the tip of the sword there. And then we'll just stop it right about, let's go ½ millimeter. Why not? Okay. We'll say okay on that. Stop that sketch. Okay, so now you can see we have, oh, I didn't make it to the end, did I? Darn it. I need to go all the way out there. Yep, we need to fix that. Drag this all the way out there. Let's see where we're at, grid-wise. Go to Edit Sketch so we can see the grid. There we go. Alright. What am I on? I don't think I'm on millimeters anymore. Where are we at? I think that looks okay. Yeah, let's go with it. Why not? Alright. Okay. So now we have these two profiles that we can loft, which is a fancy term for creating a surface. So you can kind of see where it's going to give it some thickness that way. So I'm going to go into patch mode. Is designing this stuff relaxing for you? I find fusion modeling pretty relaxing. It's, you know, I don't know if I call it super relaxing, but I do enjoy doing it. So we're gonna, there we go. So you can see it created that kind of yellow surface there. And if I say, okay, now take these two surfaces and I want you to create a mirror. So we're going to select these two faces, and we're going to select this as our mirror plane and hit OK, and boom. See, there's some more of the sword. It's not very thick. We might have to go bigger. Well, let's mirror again, because this is a pretty quick action, and we'll just pick the bottom plane as our mirror and hit OK. And now we can see that's the thickness of our sword right there, and we can measure this, and oh, it's only 2 millimeters. Yeah, I messed up something. I messed up somewhere. Now here's the cool thing about Fusion. I did all that stuff, and down here there's like a history track of the things I've been doing. So if I go in and I say, Alright, edit this sketch in particular. And we zoom in, and I say, okay, okay, so each of these grids is 1 millimeter. Yeah, somehow I got messed up there. So we're just gonna, hopefully it's gonna let me do this. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 2.5, 4, 4.5, 5. There we go. So we'll move that up there. And let's go to our other end. See how it's doing, because I think something got screwy here. And it didn't quite slope the way we wanted to. Let's see if we can... Is it going to let me grab this? Maybe? Did you move the other end? Yeah, you did. Okay. Well, and what we're going to do, not sure why it's not letting me just grab one vertex and move it. It's moving the whole line. I guess it's got some kind of constraint. Not sure what that means. Maybe I'll just delete the constraint. Aha! Yes! Success! Alright. So we wanted to be... Oh gee. Well, let's see what 0 is. And then we'll go to move. And then this way it jumps. There we go. 5 millimeters. For some reason it keeps... No, get rid of the constraint. Alright, let's take this down. And then it remakes everything that I just did at the new measurement. So when we inspect this now, we should see that it's close to 10. So now we have our 10 millimeters at the widest point, and it tapers down nicely to the edge of the blade, which is awesome. So now we want to, well, we need to check our other end here, because I think something went a little weird at the tip of the sword here. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, that's not what I expected. So when you print this, I assume you're printing multiple pieces. Yes. So I model the whole sword, and then I go through and I slice it up into pieces so that it's more manageable on the printer. So yeah, I screwed up the edge of the sword here. You can see this is not what we wanted, not in the slightest. We have this nice little curve here, and then the sketch point went past that, and yeah, this is not working. So we need to fix this. We're gonna go back into this sketch. We're gonna try and fix this. You know what? We're gonna actually get rid of. We're gonna actually back up our timeline to just where the sketch is. Maybe it'll show me where the control point is. No, it's not going to. All right. So let's. Oh, I wonder if I just ruined the other side again. Nope, that still looks okay. You know what? Let's just go ahead and take it down to the point there. You know what? Actually, we're going to stop this. We're going to back up and we're going to add this this 3D sketch to be a part of our original profile sketch, and then maybe that maybe that'll help, because then I can actually connect points and it'll be like a magnet. I think the weird point looks nice. Ha! No, it doesn't. Let's flood Ben's feed with smoke. Yes, I can. Yes, I'm noticing there's a giant river of stuff just flying by, and I appreciate it very, very much. Okay, so we're gonna place. Yeah, we want to place our first point here. And we want to go 3D with it, so actually it'd probably be easier if we connect to this end first. So let's go all the way out to this end, wherever our sword ends. There it is. Lots of zooming in and out. Just tons and tons. Okay, I would like to make it 2D, please. Please and thank you. Alright, so we're going to use our trim tool. We're going to get rid of that line because we don't want that. Not right now anyway. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect our line to our tip, and then we're going to bring that line all the way back here, line it up nice and perpendicular, plot that point, say yep, that's good, and then we should be able to grab this one and move it in 3 dimensions, just like that. But we don't want to move it 12, we want to move it 5, and hit OK. Then we can stop sketch. And alright, so now we have both profiles on one thing. So now whenever I create our loft, yay, now Larry's in on it. Notice me, senpai. I'm not your senpai, Larry. You have skills that I don't. Alright, profile 1, profile 2 and 3. So now we can see it creates a surface all the way down to the sword tip and creates a nice little curve at the end. That's awesome. That is exactly what we want. Then we can go to create our mirror, select our 2 surfaces, boom, go that way, and OK. And then mirror again, boom, 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 and mirror it that way, hit OK. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, there. Much, much better. The end of it gets a little bit thin, but I could fix that with a little bit of the changing this profile here. So let's go back into our sketch, and what we're going to do is we're going to add a point right here where it really tapers down to nothing. And I'm just going to add, let's see, oh, maybe I should have made a spline instead of a line. Might have to do that again. Alright, so we're going to try this again, and we're going to go to spline, so that way we can affix an additional point to it. Man, this whole live stream might just be me trying to do this. Well, I did warn you guys, I'm not an expert at this. Alright, so we want to move it 5 so that we have a nice slope. Oh god, where's it going? There we go. Yeah, see? Now, where it gets down to almost nothing, now I can say, alright, I would like to insert a spline fit point. And we're going to zoom in really close. What the heck is that? Those are other points? No, those are points of some kind. I don't know what's going on there. Let's just ignore that. Oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh, it's adding a point every time I click. Oh god. Alright, well that part of the plan. So we're just gonna Control Z that and try to get closer to our tip here, where it's just going down to nothing. Alright, now we want to insert the spline fit point. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to grab this and we're just going to push it up a little. Come on. You are mine now. There we go. Okay. So if I push this out towards our end, so it gives us just a little bit of thickness. And oh, not what I wanted. Most of this is just arguing with the program and trying to get it to do what I want. There we go. And then we want to grab. Oh man, that control point is way out there. That light green thing. Oh my gosh. That's not what's supposed to happen. What is this? What is this? No, you need to be like way back over here. Yeah, you need to go. You just need to move. So you're gonna go this way. Yeah, you're gonna go that way. That's what we want. And basically, we're just looking for a nice little rounded off end that has just a little bit more thickness to it. We're gonna say that looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, so then if we hit stop sketch, then okay, it says cache geometry, please reselect surfaces. Of course. Alright, so we're gonna go edit the feature, and I guess because we have an extra line in there, need to do that or something. Is that okay? Will you make a surface that way? Profile one. Boom. And hit OK. There we go. Alright, let's see if I freaked this up or if it looks okay. You know what? That does not look awful. Still not quite what I want. It's got kind of a weird thing going on there, but it's close. It's definitely close. This might be one of those things where it was okay when I had it before, and I need to stop trying to fix it. Oh god. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a weird, kind of a weird overlap. I think that might be because our control point here is not quite on the where it lines up with the origin. So, let's see if we can fix that. Oh my gosh! Look at that! Look, it's just ever so slightly off. That's just so disheartening. And because it's a spline, it's going to get off that way. Oh my gosh! This is. It looked like everything was okay, and then it was not okay. So you know what we're doing? We're going to delete that again. We're going to try again. Because we're going to get this. We are going to get there. Somehow, we're going to get there. You know what? Maybe instead of having it smooth all the way down, maybe if I start the line like here, then when it lofts, it'll have a nice little straight bevel down to the end. So why don't we try that? Why don't we try... that looks pretty right on. So why don't we just start our line a little bit farther back, and we want it to line up with this. I'm just going to start it back here, and run it all the way this way. Alright, then we're going to grab this, move, go into 3D mode here, and we'll go to 10, no not 10, 5. 5, hit OK, stop. Alright, yeah, most of the sword looks pretty good. Oh, yep, it's giving me that warning again. It says, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but you keep changing things. So let's just get rid of those. Alright, so boom, and that. Okay, so then down here on the end, you should see, yeah, it should go from there to there. Okay, and then it goes through the mirror operations. Everything is looking pretty good. Let's take a look at this sword end here. Yeah, it's kind of thin, but that's okay for now. I can try to go back and fix that later. We're going to move on for now, and we're going to make this blade solid. So we are going to go in here, going to create a patch. Oh, but I want it to go around these. Don't change the selection. There we go. You go that way, and then why aren't you joining up? Are you not meeting again? Okay, let's try this. Let's go. Let's try another loft, and we're just going to loft. Not that. No. You to you. Well, that's interesting. not at all what I expected there. Alright, so I think things are just a little bit off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and stitch this up first. And just make some of these edges more congruent, or whatever the right word is. I don't know if that's probably not the right word. There we go. See, now it creates a patch. Alright. Yeah, so some of our edges weren't lining up, so it just needed to go at it with a little bit of tolerance, and now that we created that little patch on the end, now I should be able to go back to stitch mode and select everything. See those green lines over there? That's what it's going to put together, and now it's a solid body. So if I turn off our canvas, this is our current sword blade. Looks pretty awesome. Alright, let's bring back our sketch. Alright, so we need to cut some kind of weird bevels out of this. So we're going to create a cylinder, and we're going to rotate it. Alright, so we're going to go into model mode and create a cylinder, and we need it to be bigger than this. So this is kind of the circle that it needs to be, and it just kind of looks like it's about here. Place center point. So it looks like it's about there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, and then we're just gonna make it however tall. I don't know. I'm just gonna. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I forgot to double check my operation of what the heck this thing was doing. Alright, so let's try it again. We're going to go like that and that. Okay. I'm going to pull this up a little bit. And it's red because it thinks that it wants me to cut into the blade there. But we don't want to do that yet. So we're going to call this a new body, just so it stays separate from our blade. So, yeah, that looks really wonky, but I think it's going to work. So, we're going to grab our cylinder and pick a rotate axis. That's not doing anything. What the hell, man? Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, we need to plot this on there like that. There we go. Alright. So, I just want to move this in until it looks like it's lining up where it should be. So we want it I need to rotate it some more because we want it to almost match that bevel, but then cut out just enough. You know, I need to go this way. Man, this is a lot of work just for cutting out a section of this. You know what? That looks pretty close. Okay. You know what? Let's. Damn it. How did I hit escape instead of okay. God, I'm just not on. I don't know what I'm on right now. It's just not working for me. Okay, let's like that. There we go. Okay. No. Damn it! Move the whole body. There we go. Okay. Now I get to do this again. Awesome. Just trying to line things up so it cuts out the right amount, right up to where we want everything to sit. Is that cutting out a little too much? Probably. We probably need to angle this a little bit more. A little bit closer to our bevel, but not quite. And then just line it up and line it up and line it up. Because we don't want to do anything until we are absolutely certain that this is what we want. Alright, hit OK. Then I can combine this and this. And then say cut. Target tool. There. Now you can see where it's going to cut out. And that was pretty close. Not quite as much cutout as I wanted. So I think we're going to edit this feature, and we're gonna pull this down just a little bit to cut out just a little bit more of this blade. Hit OK, and see it just takes out a little bit more. We went a little bit beyond what we're supposed to though, so looks like I need to angle it. We might have went a little too big on the cylinder as well. Might need to go smaller on it. This is just kind of experimenting, just seeing what works, what doesn't. So let's turn it another 5 degrees. Bump this up a little bit. Let's see what that does. That's getting better. Yeah, definitely better. Let's see if we turn off the body. Yeah, it's not quite what the sword is doing. It's close, but it's almost like it's just a more gradual. So yeah, I think I need to angle it more and take it down more. We're gonna see how that works. Nope, too far. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There's probably a better way to do this, but I don't know what that is. So you know, that looks pretty good. Wondering. No, it still looks okay. Wondering what that is. That's fine. Or maybe not. No, I think I might have messed this up. We need to, we're actually gonna take out that. Or not. Yeah, you know what? We need to deal with the top half before we deal with the bottom half. So we actually need to take out our second mirror here, and we're going to back up our timeline. There we go. All right. Then we're gonna go back into patch mode, stitch all that, stitch those two halves together. There we go. And then we're going to create a patch on the underside, so it's like a half flat blade, just like that. And then we'll create a patch. Let's see. Did you not create the patch? Where is it? No? Alright, well, let's loft that first, I guess. No, you don't want to do that either? Alright. Fine. We need to create a patch. Oh, it's because of that part. So, okay. So we actually have to loft from this end to this end. Am I grabbing the right thing? Yeah. This is not cooperating very well. Because in order to do those cutouts, I can't do it the way I want to. So we have to create a half solid blade so I can do the cutouts and then just mirror the whole thing. Maybe it'll let me patch. Maybe it'll let me patch around this. Yay! There we go. No? What the hell, man? Compute failed. Modeling error. Please check the inputs. How about loft from there to there? No? No? Don't want to do that either? Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm gonna cheat, and we're gonna let this be a solid, and we're just gonna back this up, and then I'm going to split the body into two halves because I'm a cheater and I cheat like that. I'm just gonna do that, and then boom, that one's gone. Done. Yeah. I'm a cheater. It's fine. Alright. So now let's see. Alright, so now we're on this just a half a blade. So we should be able to go and combine. We'll combine these two bodies. Oops. Target body. Target tool. There we go. Alright, now we can really see what we're doing. I just don't like that at all. I just really don't. And I think it's because I'm just not matching the angle very well. Because I think the closer I can get to matching the angle, then the better, maybe? Oh, that's just ugly. But it might work. This way just a little bit. I don't like that it narrows to the top, and I know that's because no, you know what we're gonna have to do. I thought that I was gonna cheat my way around this by just cutting out a cylinder, and that's just not gonna work. So we're gonna have to split our sword right there, and then we're gonna create this middle section out of some more surfaces. That's what we're gonna do. So, first I need an offset plane. So that I can have a construction set up here. That's pretty close. We'll go with that. Obviously that's okay. And with that construction plane, I can go in here, and we can split our sword body again. Okay. We'll hide our plane, and then we need to separate this out. So we're just going to delete. Nope, not going to let me do that. Alright. It's a different face, but if I delete the face, then it still wants to be continuous. And that's not helpful. Oh, well, maybe just a little bit helpful. That's pretty close. Call that good. And go. We'll split this again. Probably making this a lot harder on myself than it should be, but it's a matter of pride now. There we go. Okay. So see, now we have that section cut out for us, and now we can create this curved thing with a surface and then mirror that around and then stitch everything back together. Oh my goodness. So to do that, we're going to grab a face, and make it back into an empty surface. So it's stitchable. And see it's empty in there now. Okay, so we need this profile, and then we need another profile for the loft to follow, and we could try a straight line and see how that does, but I don't think that's going to do what we want. We'll just have to see. So we're going to go into sketch mode, and we're going to sketch a spline first. which I would very much like if it attached to one of these vertices. Please. Maybe? No? Create a sketch. Oh, duh. Yep, that was not what I wanted. You have to pick the plane first, Ben. Yeah, I know that. Thanks. Yeah. Sorry, this is like, it's going everywhere. And I'm just like all over the place. So, okay, spline, that one. There we go. Now we're ready to sketch. Ah, yes, it does lock onto the point. Very good. That's what we want. See, that is how much faster that is for me to just draw it. Alright, then we should be able to, we'll grab a line, and let's just draw a line. Alright. Okay, so let's find out what happens when we profile those two. Is that kind of what we wanted? Not quite. I kind of feel like I want to like bend the top inwards, but then I think that's going to look weird. So, oh, okay, it needs another profile to curve it that way. So, okay, so we're going to cancel that, and because we're gonna connect spline from here to there, tangent, and then we're going to insert a fit point somewhere in the middle-ish, so that way we can grab it and we can move and just bump it down just a little bit, just a hair. And okay. Alright, so now it has this curve to follow. And we should, this is probably not going to work, but we're going to try it. We're going to go this and this, and then we want to say the rail is this part. Okay, so that kind of did what I thought it was going to do. So it's bending downward that way, but oh, you know what? We need to make more lines across this way and make them bend in that way. That's what I'm doing wrong. Alright, so let's go back. Let's edit this sketch again. Alright? Because what we want is we want lines going across this way as rails, I guess. Down to one viewer. Yeah, I know. It gets kind of boring after a while. I'm happy to answer any questions about how this program works or what I'm doing. So actually, you know what we could do? We're gonna make some lines here and here, and then we're gonna make some splines this way. Are you gonna go parallel? Are you gonna do that? Maybe? Can you look at it differently? There we go. Oh, that's not the edge I want to connect to. From here, that one, to that one. And that is crooked as crap. It's probably not going to let me move it either. Alright, so we're going to grab it. Top here. Did you get it right this time? Did you grab it? No. Darn it! I want this to this. This one. Not that one. This one. You know what? That looks close. You know, I'm not even gonna care. Yep, I don't care. No, don't care. We're just gonna live with it. Alright, so now I can curve it down like that. There we go. Okay. Let's see what this mess gets us. Oh, let's see. So we want to go from here to here, and then we want our rails to be this, this, and that. Damn. The rails do not intersect all profiles. All rails must intersect every profile. Try swapping this to a center line. Okay, rail 1, 2. Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Alright, why don't we get rid of our other rails here. Okay. Let's try this one and this one. Do not intersect. Okay, so apparently this line does not intersect the two that I thought I was locking on to, so it doesn't want to do what I want. And I can get it to do this, which is okay, but it doesn't have that nice gradual slope right there in the middle that we see in the picture. So that means we're going to trim that line out. Because we want to connect from this profile to that profile. That's what I want to do. I don't know if it's going to let me. Well, let's try again. Off from here to here. And I want my rails to be this one and this one. Okay. Why would it say it doesn't intersect the profiles? Because it obviously does. Obviously. Very frustrating, this one is. Just trying to create this one shape. Goodness gracious. Just I can make it just with the exact curve that we want, and it'll slope nicely, but it's not gonna bevel in like we want it to. Well, so why don't we try, you know what, why don't we try, we're just going to go ahead and try this. I'm going to go from there to there, and we're going to insert a fit point. we're just gonna see if we can make this work, because it was working earlier. So we're just gonna see if we can do that. Let's bump that down just 1 millimeter. Let's just see what happens. I'm just gonna try it. Okay, so we're gonna stop our sketch and go into, not that. I'm gonna do loft again. Loft is my favorite tool apparently, and we're gonna go from here to here, and then our rails are this one and this one. So see how nice and sloped that is? Like, why can't I do that halfway down here and then you go up to a straight line? You know? But maybe what I ought to, okay, we're just gonna say okay on that. I'm getting way too absorbed into perfection on this guy. So we're gonna zoom in and bump this up just a little bit, so that we have a much more gradual curve. Yeah, you know what? I like that. We're gonna say I like that. Yeah. Okay. So now if I mirror this, boom, there's that. Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. Then we just need to, we're gonna take out those bottom pieces that I made earlier and this back piece, because what we want to do is we want to now mirror all of our blade pieces to the bottom, like so. Yep, that looks pretty cool. I like that. And because we know that it's going to act all funny whenever we try to patch the end, we're going to go back into our stitching mode, stitch what we have, and then create a patch on the end. Hit OK, stitch again. And why are these still free edges? Did you not patch? I thought you did. There we go. Now they're green. There we go. Now we have a solid body of the sword blade. Looks really nice. Yes. Awesome. So this thing needs a blood groove, and in the picture it kind of looks like, yeah, it looks like the blood groove goes almost to the end but stops about there. So we're just going to create a basic square shape up on one end, so it cuts a little V cut down the middle, and then we're going to taper it so that it just gradually comes off the top there. So we're going to go right here so we can see the end of it here, and we're going to go into model mode so that we can sketch. Let's do just center rectangle on this plane, and we want to be square-ish. Oh, let's see, how far do we want it to go? Let's just do a 1 by 1 for the moment, and we're going to move this whole sketch. We're going to get this lined up close. Hit OK. Stop sketch. Alright. Now I just have to grab this, and we're going to go that way. Zoom all the way out there. And the blood groove ends about here-ish. That seems good. Alright, now, because our sword has a bevel, or it tapers down to the end, it's the blood groove's going to miss for a good portion of the way. So we are going to create our taper angle, and then we'll do something else. So our taper angle, let's see what 1 degree does. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, minus 1 degree. Minus 0.1 degrees. Half a degree. Oh, here we go. Yeah. We're working in very, very small amounts here. Man. All right. No, I don't think that's what I wanted to do. It's kind of doing something weird here at the end. Okay, let's try that again. We're just gonna take this. We're just gonna do it normal. We're just gonna take it way out here. Yep, right to about there. That looks good. Oops. Damn it. I really need to stop canceling out of things instead of just hitting OK. It's making things a lot longer and makes me look like a fool. But we're getting there. We're gonna get this blood groove. I swear we're gonna get this blood groove. I'm just gonna take it all the way out there. Alright, there we go. Grab it, move it to about there. Hit new body. We want it to stick around for a minute. Alright. Okay, now we can see the angle that we probably need to rotate it. So we're going to take our little square thing here and move the whole body. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for believing in me. We're going to rotate it on center. And 5 degrees is going to be way too much, so we're going to go -1. That's still way too much. About 0.1 degrees. Basically, we just want this to just barely touch that there. So the blood groove is going to get smaller and smaller as we go along. That looks pretty good, you know. Let's see what happens. So we go to modify. And we're going to, this is our target, this is our tool, keep the tool. And now you can see that it's not centered. Oh my god. How does that happen? How did that happen? I don't even know. Good God. What in the world is going on? That's not even, it's not even like a whole thing. That's like half a thing. It's not even the thing I did. What the hell happened? Alright, you know what? No. You're just gonna go away. Yes, you're gonna go away. Yeah, we're gonna try this again. This is not working the way I thought it would. But we are going to get there. We are so going to get there. Alright. Rectangle. On this so that it's nice and centered. And we're going to make it bigger this time. We're going to go 2 by 2. Okay? You know what, that could be it. I'm just not doing this right. Okay, so we're gonna, no, we need a center rectangle. Oy, oy, oy. Alright, center rectangle, here we go. Alright. Let's do, you know what, I didn't like 2 by 2, let's do 1.5. Degrees. Not yet. Move up here. Move. Sometimes these sketches are just really hard to deal with because they don't actually want to move. Like, it'll rotate, but because I attached it to the origin point for reference, now it doesn't want to go anywhere. This is like a locked point, and I can't seem to get it to move with everything. And I still haven't figured that out. I tried figuring that out, and I just haven't been able to. All right, fine. Need to do a center rectangle on this. Follow me. Come on. Why are you doing that? There we go. Alright. Select that. Boom. There we go. Alright. Stop sketch. Extrude. Alright, we're gonna have to do two sides on this one. Alright, we're going to go to about there. Alright. Let's see if I can figure it out this time. Looks pretty good so far. Darn it, I should have only extruded that to the end. So that when I rotate, it's not like way off. Close enough. Alright. Alright, we want to move this guy and we want to select a body. So we want the center of this. Center. Boom. There we go. All right. Oh man. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Oh, and it kind of goes through there, so that's good. And it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes. And then it just kind of abruptly stops. And that's the problem we're going to have here. Because we need... Actually, that's going in a little bit too deep. So... I think it was Z angle. If it was, it's went in the wrong direction. There we go. Now the blood groove gets smaller at least as we go down. But we need it to kind of taper off. So, there's a couple different ways I could do it. Can you 3D print ship models? I can 3D print anything if I have the model for it. You know, as long as it is printable and there's a 3D model of it, I can print it on the printer. But as far as creating a ship, I feel like that would be a much bigger project than even what I'm doing right now, as far as this is concerned. Maybe it'll let us. Will you let me chamfer these just a little bit? Yeah, maybe. Two distances. Oh man. That's almost working. Like it's kind of what I want. Oh geez, I just noticed that the comments weren't scrolling with me. Sorry guys. I'm looking through the comments. Apparently, Facebook stopped scrolling for me to tell me like who was here and what they were saying. So sorry about that to anybody that was here. Is there a sweep function? Yes, there is a sweep function in 360. The last time I tried to use it for a sword blade, it didn't do what I wanted. If that makes sense. We might have to end up making our own custom shape for this groove too, just to be able to taper it off. But I don't really want to make a profile. I just want it to work. I just want it to work. I just want it to be simple. Is that too much to ask? It's probably too much to ask. Oh man. Blood grooves. I don't like them. I don't like it at all. In fact, I'm kind of feeling like maybe this should have been a cylinder, so it'd be a little bit softer of a groove. And yeah, in the sketch it looks a lot wider, and you know it's probably a round groove. You know, I didn't even think about that. Most swords have a round groove, not a diamond groove. What are you, an idiot? Come on now. All right, well let's just get rid of this. I'm gonna try this again. Like with most things I do. This is very trial and error and experimental to just kind of figure out what shapes you're dealing with and how best to approach taking them down on here. So okay, so we're gonna do a sketch. We're gonna do a circle this time. And you know what? Maybe an ellipse would be better. Kind of feeling like it needs to be wider. Maybe that's what we need to do. We need to see what we're dealing with here. How wide of a groove are we dealing with? Okay. Where's our starting point? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Not at all. Go back to ellipse, and we know we want to come out to about here, and just have a nice gradual cut in. We'll go no, that's too wide. Just kind of feeling this out, seeing what feels right. We don't want a circle. We want a little bit shallower cut. I kind of like that. Let's see. Okay, side 1 and side 2 both have their own tapers. That's good. That's very, very good. Because that means I can control this side and the other side. What the hell happened? You come back this way. Alright, so let's take the blood groove. Yep, it does go almost all the way out to there. Alright, so let's see if we can taper this. 0.1. Too much. Oh, thanks, Lyle. Yeah, any suggestions is definitely helpful. Oh, yeah. So stopping the blood groove at the end of the curved blade section, then creating another one from there. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Yes, this is going to become a 3D printed object. I got commissioned to create this sword, so I am attempting to do that, and trying to make sure that I don't just completely botch it up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's make a blood groove that just goes along our first part of the sword, and then we'll do one from there to the tip. That is a good suggestion. And yeah, Nick, I was trying to create the taper and then tilt it, and well, because I'm a dummy and I'm not as good at this as some people would believe, Larry. Then I'm just sort of poking around like an amateur and just sort of learning this as I go. So those of you who have actually studied Fusion 360, I am so sorry, because you having to watch this is probably so painful, being like, what is he doing? Oh my God, he's doing everything wrong. Just everything is wrong about what he's doing. And yeah, I know. I'm very much a noob and an amateur at this kind of stuff. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and entertaining the idea of me doing this. God darn it. Edit feature. Not cut. New body. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now we can tilt this guy so it follows. Okay. But I don't want it to attach there. I want it to be back here. Oh, what the hell, man? There we go. Yep, that's where I want it. That's a little extreme. 5 degrees is a little off. That's okay, because we can just go here and we're going to go -1. Go less than that, so let's go 0.5, 0.4, 3, 5. There we go. Okay, yep, I like that. Yay, doing things in sections. This is good, right? This is what we want. Because we're gonna take this and we're gonna mirror this like that. And then, are you there? Why aren't you there? Compute failed. Could not be intersected with the original body. I'm not trying to intersect things. Mirror. Mirror that. Oh, bodies. Mirror the body. There we go. Alright. Combine. Target. Tools. Keep the tools. Hide the tools. Yay! Look at that. Yes. That's much more what I was thinking. Yeah. Much, much better. Okay. Experience issue is right, Lyle. Yeah, the more I use this and the more I learn about it, then the better I get at it. But yeah, just takes practice, just like anything else. And it might take me more time than someone that's experienced in it. But I do like the program, and I enjoy using it. It's it makes sense to me doing things in bodies and surfaces and parametrics and measurements. That's kind of how my brain works. Are you able to have multiple angles open on a given screen, like 3ds Max and Gmax? Yes, I could have multiple views open. I'm kind of using my other monitor to watch the live stream on Facebook to make sure I'm not missing anything. So unfortunately, I am kind of handicapping myself as far as being able to do this more efficiently. But yes, we have a half a blood groove now, so that's pretty awesome. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, so now we need to figure out how to make this one, and I think we're going to have a similar process. We still have not that one, but we have this construction plane that we can use. So when we go to create our ellipse, which now I forget how big was our ellipse. Well, let's just go find it. Inspect. It was 2 by 4. That makes it easy. Alright, so get our plane out, ellipse on that plane. We want to hook it not to there, I want to hook it here. There we go. Alright, so 4 that way. And what the hell, man? Now, I might have to split this body again, which is okay. We're just going to do that. Make life easier. So modify, split. There we go. So now we can turn off this part of the blade so that we can just see this part. We're going to be breaking it up into sections for printing anyway, so even if I have to recombine it and then resplit it somewhere else, we're doing pretty good. Autodesk Inventor. I heard of that one, and I heard it was pretty good. I wanted to play around with Autodesk Inventor to see kind of how some of that stuff works, but I'm just now kind of getting into Fusion 360, so I don't want to keep like jumping into all this new stuff all the time. Project edges onto my construction plane. Yeah, I don't know what that means or how to do that. So I'm just gonna try and create a sketch after splitting. I gotta split the body for printing anyway, so not a big deal as far as that's concerned. Alright, so now we can just go out 4 and what the hell? Stop disappearing. 4. There we go. 2. There we go. Lovely. Alright, now if I remember, the angle of our blade was like 0.35, I think. So I bet if I grab this and I just rotate my profile 0.35 degrees and then we extrude, it should extrude in the direction of the blade taper. And it is. I'm so smart. Not really. Don't take me seriously there. I am not smart at this. I am like a bumbling fool that is just trying to do a thing and stumbling through the dark trying to do it. Okay. So I think now we can create our taper angle. Let's see which direction this goes. That's not what we want. Okay, I don't know that that's what we want. I think... maybe tapering is not the answer. But there's gotta be a way to make this sort of gradually... Oh, you know what? We can create a... we can make this into a surface, loft it to a point, and then yeah, we can try that. Because why not? Because if we draw a nice flat line here and loft that up to the flat line, then I think we'll be good. Because we want to go. I want it to sit on top of that surface. There should be similar features. Yeah, I would imagine that there's similar features between the two programs, but I'm only familiar with just a few functions here and there, just enough to get me in trouble by watching some YouTube videos and just sort of, you know, bumbling my way around on this thing. Welcome to Amateur Hour, everybody. Where are you going? Why are you being weird? Alright. Let's see what happens. Let's create a loft here. But it has to be a closed shape. Oh, duh. I'll just make people noise. Come on, where are you at? There you are. We're just gonna make this into a closed shape by turning it into a rectangle. Or a triangle, or something. Something that's up and out of the way. Come on. You know what, this is probably going to be easier for me to just draw on that surface and then just draw on this surface. There we go. Okay. Because I want it to go up that way, or well, you know what, if we're going to be doing this anyway, let's make a little circle. So we want it to go up to there. Stop. Move this out this way. 6 millimeters, 8 millimeters. That sounds fine. All right. Loft here to here. Too many profiles. What are we doing? Here to here. There we go. That's what we want. That is exactly what I wanted. Because that pulls it up and it'll cut out exactly what I want. So we're going to grab those two. We're going to mirror to underneath. Sorry about the the spinning around. That was really crazy. Mirror that down. I don't need you. Mirror plane. Okay. Alright. So now we should be able to combine this one, this one, and this one. And, oops. And this one. And that one under there. I'm going to cut that out. Keep our tools just in case we need them. And then hide all that extra stuff. You know, it's not perfect, but it's nice and gradual, and I like it. Alright. So where's our other piece? There it is. Alright, so there's our two pieces. We've got a blood groove through most of our sword. Now we just have to get it through this little curved bit. Whew! Oh, okay. You haven't used loft. I use it a lot in creating a lot of these things. When I started to learn about surface modeling and being able to draw lines in 3D and then just loft from one to another and create these really complex surfaces, I was fascinated. So it's kind of my go-to tool at this point. And Sarah, a cone, I actually don't have that in my arsenal here. I would have to create a cylinder, and then I'd have to grab the top face and then scale that down until it's almost a cone, or at least I haven't found a cone like function in here. I think I could do a cone with a revolve function, so I could like make a triangle, revolve it, and then that would create a cone, and that probably would have worked as well. But I think my little janky loft back there, I think that'll look okay. You can, the seam kind of looks weird, but whenever it prints and it's a little bit smoother, you won't even tell the difference. It'll just look like it gradually lifts up. So I'm pretty happy with that. All right, so we've got this thing here, and what I'm thinking is that we need to do a revolution of our ellipse shape. Put our ellipse shape just right there in the middle, and then do a revolve with the center point out here somewhere, and then I think that'll cut it out correctly, as long as, man, it's going to have to be really out there for us to get a nice gradual swoop. Or we could do a sweep. Yeah, if we do a sweep, we can grab the curve from the sketch and just put the ellipse on one end. Yeah, so sweep. Yes, sweep is what we're going to do. Hi Ryan, thanks for joining. And hey Paul, hey Dustin, if you guys are still here. I don't know if anybody's still here, but thank you for joining and watching. We've been at this for almost 2 hours and we almost have a blade. So it's a good thing I'm getting paid to do this one. I would only do this if I was paid or if or if I was doing this because I really wanted to. Okay, so we have this construction plane here. So I think we're gonna turn off. Yeah, let's turn that off so that we can kind of see what we're doing. And we're gonna, well, yeah. Maybe we should start at this end. You know what? Let's split this again. We're gonna work with just the middle section again. I know I'm doing a lot of splitting and recombining, but hey, it's like the easiest function I have. So, all right, so we can turn that off and turn that off. There. Now we have access to just this section of it, so that we can cut our groove out and hopefully not have any extraneous pieces hanging out. That's cut all the way through. And that's cut all the way through. Yep, so it should be okay. Alright, so we want to sketch an ellipse on our construction plane. Grab that and go 4. And 2. There we go. Stop sketch. And we want to move. We want to. So we need our other sketch. Wherever it ended up. There it is. So we need this sketch because we're going to go sweep. I'm going to sweep this profile along this path. Sweep encountered a problem at a sharp corner. Oh, chain selection. We don't want to do that, and that's where it messed up. Okay, because we want to do a sweep. A cone-like function, yes, I did, Sarah. I did use a cone-like function. It's kind of what I did, but I just didn't take it down to like a single point. But yeah, I think we got a similar thing going on. Hi Roger, thanks for joining. It's not super exciting right now, but we're doing a thing. All right, so we're gonna grab this profile. We're gonna grab this path. And boom, look at that. Look at how easy that was. Oh my gosh, that is just so beautiful. I just love it. Alright, so we're going to make that a new body so that we can mirror. Now, of course, if I did everything on the half blade, then I could have done all this work once and then just mirrored the whole thing. But I like making things hard on myself. So, we're going to mirror our new body to underneath. And then do our combine, and you know what's probably going to happen is that we're going to do this, and then the blood gears aren't going to line up. That's probably what's going to happen. But that's why we keep our tools. All right, then we can turn off that sketch. Okay, let's see if we line up. Hey, that looks pretty good. Alright, and then our other blade was what, number 34? Okay, there's a little weirdness going on right there. Not sure what that is. Looks like a little extra face right there. Don't want that. What's the deal here? What's the deal here, guys? let's get a new pivot point here. There we go. Oh, I see. It's not cut all the way through, but that's okay. I think that we can solve this. We're gonna go into patch mode, and we're just gonna, oops, we're gonna try and grab this face. Nope. Okay, that face isn't quite split. It's like it's not cut through all the way. So that probably means we need to go back to our first extrude of that, and we're going to edit our feature. Because we need to pull it out just like 0.1, or maybe not even that. Maybe just we're at 0.25. Let's go to 0.3. Hit OK. That's going to recalculate everything. Wow, that was fast. When I was doing the larger sword projects, it would take forever to do. Okay, it's not happy about that for some reason. Let's see. Let's go back to home. Where's our other blades at? There's that blade. And there's our middle section. As long as everything looks okay, then you know what? I think. Oh man, it's just barely off. Like the taper on this just didn't quite line up properly. This one lined up pretty good. We're overlapping a little bit on some parts, not a big deal. But this right here, this is going to create a little bit of a ledge, a little bit of an issue. So we need to find where that is and see if we can fix that. It was, let's see, the first extrude was, what was that one? Was it not that one? What am I on here? Yeah, it was that one. Okay. Okay, so it was this feature, and that feature is just barely not going down far enough. I think maybe when I extruded it, I didn't. You know what? Maybe we should do like we did before and tilt the sketch to that 0.35 degrees, and maybe that'll work better. How much do you charge for 3D printed blades? Well, it depends on if I've already modeled the blade or not, because labor hours for doing this, it takes up a lot of my time currently. And I actually don't charge enough for labor like I should. For the materials it's not much, but depends on if you want a kit that you can put together yourself and then finish and paint, which can run about $80–90 bucks for a raw kit. Use your sweep just like you did for the yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, use your sweep just like you did for the middle section, because I already have that sketch profile. Yeah, I'm a dummy. You have the tools, use them, because then the shape will be correct. So that's our extrude. So we want to go. Let's go all the way back. We have our sketch there. Yeah. Sketch 9. Okay, because we can move this sketch objects. No, maybe. No, man. Edit sketch. Nope, it doesn't want to do that. Okay. You know what? Let's make a new sketch. and we're going to redo this stuff. Basically just these actions right down here. So, yep, so all these actions, we're going to redo those. Because that was messy. That was not what we wanted. So we're going to delete those actions. Okay, now we're back to this sketch. Alright. Yeah, I was trying to move the sketch to the start plane, but it was anchored and had an immovable point, which is something that I haven't quite figured out how to deal with in Fusion 360. Is there's sometimes when you lay down a vertex, it does not want to move. No matter what function I use, it just doesn't want to go anywhere. So let's. Also, I think my first sketch on this one wasn't precise as far as the numbers. So we are going to make it precise for our 4x2, because we did 4x2 on everything else, but I think on this one we just kind of guessed at it. So we have that, and then we're going to sweep this along there. So in the model mode, sweep this profile along this path. And oops. Oh, can't do that. Can't do that yet, because we need to redo these so that we can have our bodies split up. And so that way we can hide those and those don't get affected by what I'm about to do, because we wouldn't want that. Alright, so now we should be able to create the sweep profile here, path here. There we go. Okay. So if we hit OK on that and we unhide this, then we should be able to see, with any luck, it lines up. And we already know this side lines up. Huzzah! Thank you, Lyle, for your sweep suggestions. I completely forgot that sweep was a thing and is helpful. So I'm very grateful that that you were here to give me that advice. Now here I am. I went and I made a sweep and didn't make it into a body so that I could mirror it before cutting. So we're going to have to make that a new body. Mirror, not that, this one. Mirror that down there. There we go. And then we go to our combine, which is the longer way to do things, but that's how I ended up doing it. So target body, tool, we're going to keep our tools just in case we need to change anything, and then we hide our tools. Look at that. Boom, top and bottom, we have a pretty cool blade. I like it. Thank you for the applause. Took me a while to find a path to break constraints. Yeah, I really need to just look up a tutorial about breaking constraints, because it's a big like frustration for me when I'm building in Fusion is just the constraints are just ugh. Alright, well we're going to go ahead and combine our three sections and join those together so that it makes one body. I didn't like that. I say again, we're going to join these. Join. No? You don't like that? Oh, duh. I know what I did wrong. combine these 3 pieces. Don't keep the tools. There we go. Now we're down to 1 body. So now we can rename this blade. Now we know that's one of the parts. Then we can go in here and we're going to create a new group, and we're going to call it construct, and then we're going to select all this extraneous stuff that we were using. We're going to move to group, and that way it's just out of our way and we don't have to deal with that. What happened to my blade? Oh, darn it. I didn't even notice that happened. There. I think I had accidentally gotten rid of, yeah, see, I accidentally had gotten rid of that, and what we need to get rid of was that. I went too far back in the past. I need to go back to the future. There we go. Okay, see, now we kept our blood groove. Very nice. Now we can name this blade. Now we can create a new group. A lot of my builds so far contain a lot of bodies, because I like hanging on to stuff. What the heck, man? Why can't I select stuff? Group. For some reason it's just not highlighting, but it says it's selecting stuff, so I think we're okay. There we go. Alright, now we have a blade that's one solid piece. Huzzah! Alright, well, we have spent 2 hours on this tonight, and we created the blade for whatever this thing is called, Brisingr, something like that. So next time, I think we're going to create the guard, and then we'll create the handle, and then I'm actually going to, for this kind of clear gem, I think I'm going to 3D model that egg shape, print that out, smooth it out real nice, and then use that to make a mold for a nice transparent resin cast, which I think will look really good. A lot of this stuff, this more complex stuff, I actually probably know how to do this a little bit better than stumbling around on the blade. So thank you guys for joining me on this one. I think I'm going to call it an evening for now. And I will make an announcement for the next time that I'm working on this project. It's probably going to be soon, since the client has already paid a little bit up front, and we're going to continue some work on this and see how far we can get. So, like I should have been doing, I'm going to save this, and we're gonna figure out what the name of this is. Yeah, Brisingr is the name of it. So we're gonna Brisingr sword. Save. There we go. And the great thing, one of the things I do like about Fusion 360 is that all of my models are in the cloud, and so if I'm on my laptop and out, like, you know, on the road, I can still bring up these models and work on them on the road without having to worry about, you know, which hard drive it's on or copying it to a flash drive. Everything updates in the cloud. You can actually see all of my Italian pieces that I made way back over the last few months. For anybody that was following along with that cosplay, it's all like in here. So if I ever have to reprint something, or if I want to go back and make something better, like make pieces fit better or anything like that, I can go back, change those, and then print again. These were a couple other commissions I did. So yeah, so this was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, guys, and hopefully you'll join me again for an episode of Fusion 360 with the bumbling bozo Ben trying to make things. So anyway, Good night, guys. Thanks for hanging out.